Hi, my name is Johanna and welcome to my channel. Today I have a new fragrance to share with you. It's kind of a surprise. I haven't talked about this before. I got a full bottle from Zoologist. It's this one, Moth. And I got this on eBay. And this is the perfumer. And this is his name. And he also did Nightingale by Zoologist as well. And this was released in 2018, this fragrance. And the batch on the bottom of this says 2021. So I got this on eBay. I paid more for it than I should have because I didn't even compare it to the Zoologist website. And on the Zoologist website, most of their fragrances are $175 for this 2-ounce bottle. But I paid significantly more than that because I didn't check and I just assumed that eBay would be cheaper. So yeah, this fragrance is unique and different. And yeah, I know all Zoologist fragrances are supposed to be unique and different, right? But are they wearable? It's the biggest complaint I've noticed about people when they get full bottles from Zoologists is that they don't feel like they're wearable. Fragrances, they're unique, different, yeah, entertaining, but what about wearable? Well, I feel like this fragrance is wearable. And I've been wearing it since I got it. I got it yesterday and it came and I sprayed it on just one arm and it lasts a long time. I did spray it more than once yesterday before I went to bed. So throughout the day, I might have reapplied a little bit, but it lasted all night into the morning. I smelled it when I woke up this morning, which is great. This is considered to be an extrait day perfume. It says it right here. Not all of their fragrances are extraits, but a lot of them are. Let's go through the accords and the notes for this fragrance. The accords, according to Fragrantica: warm spicy, woody, powdery, fresh spicy, honey, smoky, floral, amber, oud, and sweet. And the notes: clove, saffron, black pepper, cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon. Heliotrope, mimosa, iris, rose, jasmine, lily of the valley. Honey, smoke, agarwood, oud. Resins, musk, guaiac wood, ambergris, cypriol oil or Nagarmotha, patchouli, and vetiver. I'm gonna tell you, this fragrance is kind of a mystery to me. It has a whole other thing besides these notes. It just does. And I've been wearing it for, well, basically since it came yesterday. I've been wearing it. I've been spraying it. I've been spraying it like here. Usually I just spray it on one arm. It does last, and it lasted all night, and I woke up smelling it this morning. So yeah, it's a long-lasting fragrance, but I don't know if they all last quite like this. So it's a moderately strong, long-lasting fragrance. Moderately. I'm not sure if you're interested in seeing the presentation, but I'll just show it to you. It came with these seals here, and I did put a fine knife across it, so this comes apart. And this is the fragrance, how the fragrance sits inside. Whoops. I don't want to break my glass table here, but it sits there like this. And what you may or may not have noticed about these bottles from seeing it in pictures or in real life is that they have that effect. So it comes forward in the front and slants back. It gives it a certain presentation of dignity. And then they always have these old-fashioned looking portraits that are very dignified as well of the animal. So I love the presentation. I love the bottle. My son had a critique about the lid. Now the lid has some maybe fake leather that's wrapped around and it has a seam right here. I always put that in the back. My son did not like it that it does not make a sound when it comes off. It doesn't make a pop. And then he demonstrated that some of my cheaper perfumes make a pop when it comes off. But does it? Yes, you can hold it by the lid even though it's not magnetic. It's got enough friction there. And the color of the liquid, it's kind of a dark greenish, like an olive color. And I'm pretty sure they color this, but I don't know for sure. And so it's kind of supposed to evoke thoughts or feelings about the moth. And I feel like I've gotten a good impression of this. I bought this fragrance on eBay from a good seller. Over 98% positive reviews, more than 20 or 40 feedback rating. I haven't seen it across a lot of different, days, but I've seen it across these last 2 days and I haven't wanted to stop wearing it. One thing I just noticed about my box is that it says 2021 batch and it starts with 2021. So I don't think it's been reformulated. I haven't heard. So I'm assuming it's the same as the stuff that you would get new. I didn't even think of that when I purchased it on eBay, that it might be an older batch. 2021, so that's like 3 years old now. My impressions of this fragrance. It smells like something manufactured, like something new. Like my mom, when she smelled it, she said it smelled like new shoes. And she liked it. I can't remember what the other person that I asked said, but they liked it too. And that was back when I had the sample set from Zoologist a couple years ago, and I was smelling it and I was personally drawn to it, but not sure, because I was really buying into the whole moth thing, and moths are kind of like, I'm not sure if I like them. So it's got the dustiness in here that is unsettling for me. They say powder, I say dusty. I think probably the Ambergris is creating something in here that's kind of unusual, and I'm thinking the Agarwood, which is oud, and the Guaiac wood, the Ambergris, the Nagarmotha. These are giving it unusual characteristics. But it starts out with the top notes that are mostly spices, which are clove, saffron, black pepper, cumin, cinnamon, nutmeg, and lemon. I don't get the impression of spices here. I get the impression of something unusual, something that humans normally aren't near. And then the florals, they're right there. These are gorgeous florals. They did a great job putting these florals in here. I don't know about the heliotrope exactly how that smells on its own. Mimosa, iris, okay. The iris might be giving it something powdery that's lending to the mothy aspect. You don't really smell the florals distinctly. And the rose, you don't smell that distinctly. The jasmine isn't super distinct, or the lily. They're blending together, but they're giving it something that makes you feel clean and like you put something on, not just soap, but there's something clean about this. Like when you buy something new, like new shoes. Not plastic, it's not plastic new shoes, but something with the manufacturing process that adds things that maybe make the product last longer or cleanse it somehow. But that's in here. There's something that smells like potentially could be chemicals, but something that you're just not used to being around as a human. So this is not a sweet fragrance. It's just kind of in the middle. Like there's nothing I'm getting that's sweet at all. I mean, there's honey in the base notes, but it's just not coming across sweet at all. I'm so grateful they didn't put vanilla in here. I think that would have ruined it big time for me. I would never want to smell vanilla with this fragrance. I think this fragrance does its job. It evokes the animal. It evokes your imagination. It has you questioning things and confused, unsettled. I feel like that's a normal way to respond to this fragrance, is feeling a little unsettled. I've seen people online, like in the reviews, like maybe under the listing in Fragrantica, talking about this as a Gothic fragrance. Yes, I could see it for sure as a Gothic fragrance. Not a typical Gothic fragrance, but just that is the effect this has, Gothic. But wearable. See, this is wearable. I would say this is way wearable. This fragrance, I would recommend it. I would recommend it. I think people like it. I think it's very likable. It's not easy. It's not easy to wear in terms of your own self. Like, you might have some psychological things that come up for you regarding this fragrance, making you feel unsure. But I think that if you're going for a zoologist fragrance, you're interested in something to do with going there with your imagination regarding representing an animal or honoring an animal. And so I think that's very cool. One time in my backyard, a couple of summers ago, I had the samples and there was a dragonfly flying in my backyard, and it just kept hovering around, kept going around my backyard. So I went and put my sample of the dragonfly from Zoologist with its picture and its little card and put it in the middle of my yard, and then watched, and then walked away, and then came back. I was interested to see, I put it on a scent strip too, and I was really curious to see if the dragonfly would get near it. At some point it did. It zoomed down. It zoomed down. It was close to it. I think it took a sniff. I don't know what was going on. Maybe it could tell, maybe it couldn't, but I was trying to honor it and show it the fragrance that was supposed to be resembling it. But I like that aspect of this fragrance house, is that it evokes your memory. It also brings you to things about the animal regarding their habitat or what they eat. You know, most of the perfume, probably all of the perfumers, did a lot of research on the animals before they created the fragrance. So I think that's very cool. It's kind of like a way of getting educated without necessarily having to read. Right, well, I hope you like this review. It's the best I could do now. I felt comfortable doing it now after wearing it for this long. I don't usually do that with a fragrance. I don't usually wear it for 24 hours after, 2 days in a row after I buy it, after it comes. That doesn't usually happen. And I usually can't just decide on one, but I did this time. And I did the same with Blackbird. I have been wearing Blackbird for a full week, pretty much daily. I didn't spray it since I got this one though. But Blackbird by Olympic Orchids Artisanal Perfumes. That is a full 30, I think it's a 30 milliliter bottle that I got. I purchased it about 2 weeks ago. And so I'm loving that one as well. But this one is a going out fragrance, and it's a, yeah, you can go out in public and feel confident with this fragrance on, that you will smell put together. You will smell like something that people like, and I don't think that you will get any complaints. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.